It's extremely cold outside. We have a cold weather advisory in place for all of southern Wisconsin. We'll talk about morning wind chill values.
Plus, fighting bird flu, the vaccine on the way, and the federal response to the outbreak.
Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Kyrie Lee.
I'm Chris Stanford. Savannah Brito at the desk this morning. Just too cold to send you outside.
I know,
Just
yeah.
too cold.
I'll be inside today, tomorrow, and Wednesday mornings.
Yeah, I don't blame you because the cold is no joke out there.
Yeah, it's dangerous. You can get wind chill or frostbite really when wind chills are this low very easily in as little as about 20 to 30 minutes. So. Yeah, it's a big story this morning. Yeah, bundle up if you have to be outside. We did add finally to our snow deficit. We still are dealing with well below where we should be for precipitation and drought conditions, but at least we did see some snowfall last week. But the snowpack that you're seeing outside right now, that's one of the reasons why we're bitterly cold this morning. We also have winds that have been gusting overnight into early this morning as low or as high as about -25. Those are wind chills, but the winds, when you factor those in, about 25 miles per hour. We have a cold weather advisory. This is in effect until 11 in the morning. It'll still be cold though, with alert day conditions in place even after this, but then we'll see another one in effect at 9 p.m. this evening and run until lunchtime, noon tomorrow. And then we probably will even see some counties still see that in effect Tuesday night into Wednesday. Those wind chills not quite as low as what we're experiencing this morning, and what's to come tomorrow. We'll talk about how low they currently are coming up in just a bit.
All right, Savannah, thank you. And you can stay on top of the alert day conditions by downloading our free First Warn weather app. On top of the frigid temperatures, Madison is under another snow emergency. So if you normally park on the streets, this is for you.
Alternate side parking once again in effect, so your car should be parked on the odd numbered side of the street. You could be fined if you're not. The snow emergency is going to continue into tomorrow morning. So that means tonight you should park on the even side. This allows crews to clear the streets easier. You can also park overnight for free in city garages. Just remember, don't park on the very top floor if it's exposed from above. It's because crews will have to clear that level out.
In Monona, a man is in custody after driving away from a traffic stop with a stolen vehicle. Police arrested the 19-year-old for felony attempted eluding. This happened early yesterday morning along Highway 51. Monona police say the driver ran red lights and led officers on a chase. The chase took them to Milwaukee Street, where the driver's car eventually hit an underpass support beam. The vehicle had been reported as stolen out of Chicago.
Some promising news in the fight against bird flu. A vaccine now has a conditional license for use in chickens. It comes amid an outbreak that's ravaging poultry flocks, contributing to sky-high egg prices. The vaccine is made by Zoetis, whose scientists have been working to update their existing avian flu vaccine since 2022. A conditional license from the USDA can generally be used to address an emergency situation or special circumstance. It applies for a set period of time.
White House officials say they will present President Donald Trump a plan to combat avian flu. Kevin Hassett and Brooke Rollins are expected to lay out the plan. They are the director of the National Economic Council and Secretary of Agriculture, respectively. Hassett says the plan addresses biosecurity issues and involves medication that would avoid killing chickens. The officials said their plan should be ready by next week.
Well, new this morning, the FDA is recalling some granola bars.
Our consumer reporter, Michelle Quinn, is here showing you which ones and why. Good morning.
Good morning. Nearly 2.5 million cases of Made Good brand granola bars are part of a Class 2 recall. That means the product could cause temporary or medically reversible health consequences. Now, the Chicago-based company Riverside Natural Foods Incorporated is voluntarily recalling the products due to possible metal contamination. The company says there is a very small risk that some of the granola bar products made between January and November 2024 may contain a piece of metal. Now, the metal could be from a small flat brush bristle used in the manufacturing process. There have been no reports of injuries, and Made Good says it will refund any products on the recall list. For more information, you can go to the company's website or FDA.gov.
All right, Michelle Renee, thank you for that update this morning.
Well, Joann Fabrics is in the process of closing 500 stores nationwide as it navigates bankruptcy. The closure includes nearly all the stores in our viewing area and southeast Wisconsin. The Menominee Falls location joins a number of other major retailers closing there. It's turning shopping centers into ghost towns.
Big Lots, they just closed down this past year. I really would not like to have another empty building in Menominee Falls, so I think that's the part that probably bothers me the most.
In a statement, Joann says it's a difficult decision to make. Right-sizing our store footprint's a critical part of our efforts to ensure the best path forward for Joann.
Skiers across the Midwest are preparing for the American Birkie Ski Marathon. The annual race in northern Wisconsin begins this Wednesday, and organizers are confident that one important component will be back this year. That's the snow. The event in recent years has happened with very little snow. Organizers have had to lay out artificial snow for people to race on. The race brings in people from all over and boosts the local economy, but by how much depends on the snowfall.
It was that year that actually prompted us into investing in machine-made snow. We've now spent almost $2.5 million in investing in that equipment because we know how important it is to have the event here.
They pulled off a miracle last year, and everyone was grateful.
The Birkie brings in up to $27 million to the towns of Hayward and Cable every year.
Oh, what a wonderful Wisconsin tradition. Such a Wisconsin staple up north. Glad to hear that the snow will be back and they won't have to make any of that artificial stuff.
No, they got everything they need this year.
Yeah, big deal for those folks up there.
Yeah, but snow going to be hard to come by these next few days, Savannah.
Yeah, it will be because it's so cold out there. Alert day conditions in place. Our air temperature -2. When you factor in the wind chill, it feels like -14, and it's not even the worst of it. We'll have those details coming up.
And ahead in your morning sports, we'll recap the NBA All-Star Tournament, see how one Milwaukee Buck performed.
With a preview of Delish. It's a gourmet gala for good. We're going to talk about how you can support local students in the 608 next.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
All right, we're back here at 6:09 on your Monday, seeing what's going on in the 608. And we are looking ahead to an event this weekend, which is a gourmet gala for food.
Our Josh Prider is live in Madison with how you can show support. And Josh, I hear the dish bubbling this morning. Is that some grease frying?
Doesn't it sound good here, guys? Yeah, I feel like I'm on the cooking channel. Look at the setup in the 608 this morning. We have Chef Dan Fox of Heritage Tavern joining us. We're going to talk a little bit about what he's cooking up here in just a moment. But I want to start with the Edgewood High School President Kevin Ray joining us live this morning. Kevin, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, you bet. So we're talking about Delish. This is a gourmet gala for good. And what is this event all about?
Well, I am so excited for this event. This event really fulfills our mission. It's this Saturday night at the Garver Feed Mill, and we're so excited to be at Garver. Last year was a historic year at Edgewood High School because we gave away over $1 million in financial assistance to families. And the Dominican Sisters of Cincinnati, who founded us, have charged us with being open to all. So the whole point of the evening is making an Edgewood education accessible and open to as many families who desire it. So we're aiming to raise money for our Student Financial Assistance Fund.
And you guys were lucky enough to have so many amazing partners like Dan Fox behind us. What's that like being here in this community?
Incredible. I mean, I moved to Madison 2.5 years ago, and I absolutely love it. And to have unbelievable chefs like Dan here at Edgewood and the many more chefs that are also going to be partnering with us, it really makes my heart sing, knowing that we are partnering with so many wonderful people in Madison for this event.
Let's talk to Dan a little bit. Dan, what are you whooping up here this morning?
Well, we have some of our pork belly, and we raise these pigs right outside of Madison here. I think it's really important to celebrate the local ingredients we get from our community. And this is one of our signature dishes at the restaurant that we're also going to be featuring this Saturday at Garver for Edgewood. It's pork belly and tuna. In just a minute here, I'm going to show you how to plate this all up and how everything comes together.
Oh, I love it. So, why is this so important for you to be a part of an event like this?
I think it's incredibly important to give back to the community and really, especially for our younger folks, it's the future. It's what's going to be giving back. Those are going to be the next generation of cooks, restaurateurs coming through, and that's really what it's all about, making sure that the next generation is set up to take over.
And you were once there, right? It's all about setting these people up for success.
Yes, giving back and setting the next generation up is really what it's all about. I was gifted that opportunity when I was a young chef, and I wouldn't be standing here today if people didn't take me under their wing.
Oh, I love that. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. All right, Kevin, so what do people need to know if they want to be a part of this event?
Okay, go to edgewoodhighschool.org and please purchase, tickets for yourself and 100 of your friends. That will be wonderful. And it's this Saturday night at 7 p.m. at the Garver Feed Mill. And we look forward to seeing you all there.
Oh, this is going to be such a wonderful evening. And I wish folks at home could smell this, because this is like a smell-o-vision right here. This smells so good. Don't you agree?
It is amazing. It is amazing. I'm so glad to be up so early to smell this wonderful smell.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Just a few days away again this Saturday, guys. We have everything you need to know up on channel3000.com, including a link to get those tickets. Coming up in our next half hour, we're actually going to be talking to a couple of students, and you can kind of see why an event like this is so important in supporting their career, just like we were talking about, guys.
Well, I just got to find 100 friends now to get tickets for.
Yes, and support all these wonderful students. And yes.
Oh, I wish I could smell it. Wish I could smell it. Looks so good. Josh Brader, we'll talk to you here in a little bit. Thanks.
It's so good. It's so good.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email us at in the608@wisc-tv.com for a chance to be featured.
All right, 6:13, checking in the Savannah Burrito now on this alert day. Dangerous wind chills out there.
Yeah, we have dangerous wind chills in place, and that'll be the case all day long. We're going to see little to no improvement. So the morning hours, those are going to be about -20 to -25, although a couple places could be closer to -30. I think that's more likely tomorrow. But then even during the afternoon, daytime highs will reach about 5 degrees, but the actual wind chill, when you factor those in, it'll still feel like we're down to about -10 to -20 all day, all across southern Wisconsin. So we have alert day conditions in place now, and that'll last through Wednesday. This is what we're waking up to right now: -2 the air temp in Madison, -1 in Verona, -2 in Sun Prairie, -3 in Deerfield. There are several areas, though, that are closer to -10, -7 in Lone Rock, -7 in Broquah, and -7 in Black River Falls this morning. There are a few of us, mainly just Milwaukee and areas just to the east, that are a little bit warmer and closer to 0 degrees this morning. But air temps, like I mentioned, making it up to about 5 at best, so we all will remain in these single digits. When you factor in the wind chills, our best in Madison later this afternoon, we're looking at maybe -15, but I think most of us will be closer to -20 when you factor that in all day. These are current wind chill values, so some of us necessarily not waking up to one: Watertown, Lone Rock, Mineral Point. Everyone else is this morning, and most of us are actually around that -20 to -25 threshold early, but Madison off to a little bit of a better start, but it's still dangerous out there. -14 here, -19 in Janesville. We have a cold weather advisory in effect all across southern Wisconsin this morning. That'll last till 11 in the morning, and then another cold weather advisory will go in effect at 9 p.m. this evening, and that will last all the way until noon, 12 o'clock p.m. tomorrow afternoon. This winter, after last week, we're closer, but we still are dealing with a major snowfall deficit. 16.9 inches after last week, and 32.9 inches is where we should be for snowfall. That's December, January, and February. So since meteorological winter, which is almost over, meteorological spring starts March 1st. Only 2 weeks off from that. 8 degrees tomorrow and Wednesday after -12 tonight. That'll be the low we fall to. Little improvement Thursday and Friday, and then we'll be back to where we should be by Sunday.
For the last decade plus, if Wisconsin men's basketball is going to win at Purdue, it's because one of their stars, namely John, went off. 3 years ago, it was Johnny Davis scoring 37 points to beat the third-ranked Boilermakers. And Saturday, history repeated itself when John Tonje took over. He scored 22 of his 32 points in the second half, steam for an offensive explosion unlike anything we've seen in quite some time. On the day, the Badgers shot 60% from the field while committing just 3 turnovers, the first Division I basketball team to do that in 15 years. Greg Gard says John Tonje is what takes his team to that next level.
If you're going to have a really good team, you're going to have one of those guys, right? Or maybe 2 of those guys that can do that. And if you're going to be at an elite level, you're going to have a guy that can really carry the water. Doesn't have to do it every night, but when they get going, they're really good.
And Wisconsin women's basketball was at Penn State yesterday. They've lost 12 of their last 14 and could really use a win to help avoid missing the Big Ten tournament. First quarter tied at 17, and Sarah Williams gets 3 points the old-fashioned way. We skip to the fourth, still a close game. Bucky up by 1, and Ronnie Porter connects on the triple. Wisconsin gets a much-needed win, 75-68 the final score. And NBA All-Star Weekend wrapped up last night with their marquee event, the All-Star Game, which was actually more like a tournament this year. Team Shaquille O'Neal and Team Charles Barkley advanced to the finals, thanks in part to Damian Lillard hitting the game winner in the first round. Remember, the Bucks superstar was the All-Star Game MVP last year, and that Giannis did not play this year due to his calf injury. And in the final, it was more of the same. Lillard and the old guard take it. Team Shaq wins a new iteration of the NBA All-Star Game by a final score of 41-25. To the racetrack for the Great American Race, the one and only Daytona 500, and William Byron, for the second time ever, and actually in back-to-back years, won it. His second straight comes in triumphant fashion. William Byron started the last lap in 9th place and came all the way back to win it. And we finish on the golf links where Ludwig Oberg doubled down at the Genesis Invitational on Saturday. He hit a hole-in-one, and yesterday he sunk this birdie putt to clinch the title at the signature event. Oberg is one of the game's rising stars, but believe it or not, this was just his second win on the tour, but we expect much more where that came from. That's your morning sports fix. Have a magnificent Monday.
I want to give you an update on some school delays this morning. Cuba City schools and Iowa Grant schools starting a couple hours late because of the cold. You can follow along with those anytime at channel3000.com.
Well, still ahead, a jersey in the rafters gone wrong.
We'll talk about that and more right after this. And coming up in our next half hour, learn how college students are using winter to make a little cash on the side.
And before we head to break this morning, here's a look at gas prices. Time now, 6:19. We'll be right back. We're back at 6:22. We're sharing Tammy's morning. Good old Wisconsin barn for you there, Chris.
That's some buffalo.
Yeah.
It's some buffalo.
Or some bison.
So cool.
I'm not sure.
One of the two.
Very cool. Love an old barn. Tammy knows. Tammy knows I got a soft spot. I love the looking barn. And the snow.
On the
Trifecta. Loving it. Appreciate it, Tammy. Well, trending this morning, a big honor for University of Illinois basketball legend. Check this out. So Terrence Shannon Jr. Again, the huge honor of them retiring his number and then putting his jersey up in the rafters. What a special night for him, right? Big problem, though. Oh, the banner was upside down. Whoops. But as Michelle Renee pointed out earlier,
a zero is a zero.
Still reads zero. Even upside down.
Wow.
There you go. They didn't get it fixed, and they flipped it after the game.
All right.
They make a big hoopla out of it for you.
Like they had one job.
I don't know.
Like nobody checked on it after they hung it up there. Let's just drop it out of the ceiling on the night that we're going to present it.
Some intern is going to get a sternly worded email.
Yeah. That's okay. At least it looks like he took it, just
like a champ. Like the champ
like
that he
class,
is.
With
Yes.
class. Loving that. Hey, so we got Oscars coming up in a couple of weeks, and over the weekend, the Bafta Awards. Giving us an idea of what we can expect for the Oscars. Front runner, Conclave won Best Film at the Baftas. The Vatican thriller received 4 awards from the British Academy. So did The Brutalist, including Best Actor for Adrian Brody and Best Director for Brady Corbet. Nora star Mikey Madison beat out Demi Moore for her portrayal in The Substance for Best Actress at the BAFTAs. How are we feeling about the Oscars this year? We get a chance to watch any films over the winter?
I did not.
I don't think the Oscars have been a hit since the Will Smith incident.
Oh,
isn't that where it happened?
Yeah.
The slap around around the world.
Sure did.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it since then. But yeah, I don't know. I've never seen any of these things, but obviously these people are putting hard work. So congratulations.
It is hard to keep up with all these films.
It really is.
So many.
So hard.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big movie watcher, so there's that.
Yeah, so maybe, like I said, I've been catching up from last decade. So maybe in 2035.
Maybe you'll be all caught up.
Get around.
You'll get to see this one that was nominated in 2020.
Right, when it comes out.
Yes.
When it comes out for free.
I just feel like after the first hour and a half, I'm kind of done with the movie.
It depends on what it is.
It's got to keep me intrigued.
Yep.
Well, these are the top winners, so maybe they did.
Yeah,
they did the job.
maybe I'll check them out after I see the list of winners.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, well, 5 degrees is going to be our high today. Dangerous cold. We have delays on our website. Alert day conditions continue now through Wednesday. We'll talk about our wind chills.
This morning, the snow emergency continues, how much longer it lasts, and what it means for parking.
Plus, learn how college students are using winter weather to make a living and how the idea came to be.
Well, good Monday morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on a very chilly morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Unley. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. And yeah, if you got out there this weekend, then you were a brave one. I got out and about.
Oh, it was nice to go out and play in the snow with the kids. I know a lot of families and the kids got out and played in the snow over the weekend. Glad you got that in. Hope you did, because the temperatures are going to be too cold to get out and play and stuff like that. We're talking about temps way below zero when it comes to the wind chills this morning.
Nothing to play with out there. Let's check in with meteorologist Savannah Brito, who's here now to get us all up to date. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, definitely stay inside if you can. Do not go outside and play in the snow this afternoon. We're even talking about cold temperatures. Lingering past this, we do have a cold weather advisory in effect until 11 in the morning. But even in the afternoon, say about 3 p.m., we usually achieve our daytime highs. 5 degrees is the warmest air temperature we'll have. When you factor in the wind chills, those are going to be even colder. We're probably going to keep those in place about -15 all day long. Some of us are below that this morning. We're holding on to a wind chill of -14 in Madison, -19 in Janesville, -21 in the Dells, though, and -16 in Juneau. Watertown and Juneau were not reporting wind chills. Now you're seeing that factored in. Another cold weather advisory will go into place tonight at 9 p.m. this evening and then last until lunchtime or noon tomorrow. I think our wind chill value is going to be a little bit colder tomorrow morning than what we're waking up with right now. We'll talk about the rest of the conditions for your alert day, and also going to have our snowfall deficit. We did see a little bit last week. That did help, but we're still well below average, or where we should be. We'll talk about what we have seen so far this winter season at the Dane County Regional Airport coming up.
All right, sounds like a plan. Folks, you can stay ahead of those alert day conditions and those falling temperatures with the free First Warn weather app. You can download it wherever you get yours. Well, on top of the frigid temperatures, Madison is under a snow emergency this morning. So if you normally park on the streets, listen up.
Alternate side parking is once again in effect. Right now, your car should be parked on the side with odd numbered buildings. You can be fined or towed if not. This is enforced from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m., so just 30 more minutes here. The snow emergency continues into tomorrow morning at 7, so tonight you should park on the even side. This allows crews to clear the streets more easily. You can park also in the city garages for free. Just remember not to park on the top floor if it's exposed from above, because crews will have to clear that level out.
Even with temperatures where they're at, officials are warning people of unsafe ice. It comes after 4 ice falls across 2 locations over the weekend. On Beaver Dam Lake, 3 snowmobilers fell through. 2 fell through while riding together Saturday afternoon. Then another person fell through in the same area the next morning. Also on Sunday morning, the Fort Atkinson Fire Department responded to a fall at Lake Koshkonong. Luckily, none of the 4 people who fell through suffered any injuries. Dodge County Sheriff's Office does advise people to contact local bait shops before going out. They often have information on ice depth in dangerous areas. And it bears repeating, no ice is 100% safe to be out on.
With all the snowfall, a local yard care and snow removal company is lending a helping hand to Dane County residents. Jackson's Yard Care of Sun Prairie is offering free snow removal for those in need in Dane County. We had the opportunity to speak with the owner of the company on why he feels it's important to help your neighbor.
multiple crews out there in the Dane County area. And what we really want to do is really reach out and touch our community and bridge that gap between business and local community. And we really want to just provide free service for people in need, people that haven't got outside due to some maybe illness or whatever the matter may be.
Jackson's Yard Care isn't the only one helping out. Some college students are clearing snow as a way to pay for school. It's through a company called Snow Scholars. It offers homes and businesses near campus the opportunity to hire a student to clear their driveways and sidewalks. The company's CEO and founder started the business in 2022 while studying at UW. He started with 30 customers and expanded to 600 near 6 college campuses in 3 states. He recently landed a deal with Mark Cuban on Shark Tank and hopes to continue to expand.
Now to the war in the Middle East. We're now at 500 days of the Israel-Hamas war. What happens next hangs in the balance. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he is moving ahead with plans to move Palestinians out of Gaza. That comes after President Donald Trump's proposal and as a fragile ceasefire continues to hold. Hamas is releasing hostages while Israel is freeing Palestinian prisoners, but both Israel and the U.S. are moving forward with their plans.
The president's also been very bold about his view of what the future for Gaza should be. Not the same tired ideas of the past, but something that's bold and something that frankly took courage and vision.
We have a common strategy, and we can't always share the details of this strategy with the public, including when the gates of hell will be opened, as they surely will if all our hostages are not released until the last one of them.
The ceasefire is in its first phase. There are yet to be any talks about carrying out a second phase.
Happening today, European leaders will hold an emergency summit in Paris. This comes amid a growing concern about the Trump administration's actions surrounding the war in Ukraine. They say its push to work with Russia to end the war has left them isolated. Downing Street says the British Prime Minister will attend. The summit will come a little more than a month after the Prime Minister met Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kyiv.
Today is President's Day, a federally recognized holiday honoring the birth of George Washington. His actual birthday is on February 22nd, 1732, but the U.S. observes the day on the third Monday of February. So here's what it means for you. Postal Service facilities will be closed for retail transactions. There will also be no regular mail delivery or collection. However, Priority Mail Express will not be interrupted. City of Madison does not observe President's Day. Financial and agricultural trading markets will also be closed today. Well, for American Heart Month, we're keeping you in the know about what you can do to improve your heart health. Technology like smartwatches is making it easier for patients to monitor their heart, sleep, diet, and exercise.
Our consumer reporter, Michelle Renee Quinn, is here to show you how you can best utilize these tools when it comes to your heart health. Good morning.
Chris, Kyrian, good morning. A new survey finds 2/3 of Americans use a device regularly to monitor heart health, and a smartwatch is the most popular device. Now, if your heart rate is less than 50, that's a concern. Or if you're sitting down relaxing and it's over 100, that's a concern as well. While many are monitoring these numbers, just 1 in 4 people share that data with their doctor. The director of preventive cardiology at OSU Wexner Medical Center says smartwatches can be a good alert system, but they aren't foolproof.
Heart rate and heart rhythm have been really tested and are much more validated, but there's other things like the oxygen level and temperature that data can vary a bit. Technologies are not to replace the visit with the physician.
Some watches have the ability to capture EKGs and send the results straight to your medical chart. And since the devices have the potential to catch health issues earlier, doctors say patients may want to schedule an appointment rather than waiting for their annual checkup.
All right. Michelle Renee, thank you so much for getting us up to date on everything we need to know about our heart health this morning.
Absolutely.
All right.
6:37, let's check in with Josh Sprider and what's coming up in the 608. Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning to you. I hope you're hungry because we got a great event to talk about in the 608 this morning. We're talking about Delish. It's happening through Edgewood High School this weekend, and we're going to learn how this is a gourmet gala for good and how you can be part of it. That's next.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
At News 3 now, we are continuing to celebrate Black History Month. African-American hairstyles are a powerful expression of self-empowerment, pride, and cultural heritage. Hair braiding is one of those styles deeply rooted in the culture. Joining me now is Tempest Golden, Assistant Campus Director at Tricoci University of Beauty Culture. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And all the beautiful ladies along with you, all the models here. So first and foremost, what is some of the history behind hair braiding?
So hair braiding kind of originated from different ways for slaves to become free. So they would braid different maps in it. Some were identified from the tribes that they lived in, marital status. So it was different ways to identify themselves as well.
And so why is it so important, especially as, you know, Black men and women and even, you know, little boys and girls to embrace our crown?
I believe if you know where you've come from, it'll help you be able to better your future, to understand what enslavement was, so that way we can be empowered and know that what we're doing makes a difference.
And so at the school, are you all teaching ethnic hairstyling?
We are. We actually just changed our curriculum to be able to service to it. So we do teach ethnic styling, braiding, sewing. We just changed our menu to cater to ethnic styling. At first it was just styling, but now we have incorporated braiding, twisting, sew-ins as well.
So why is it so important to be able to, you know how to do a variety of different hair?
Because you don't want to limit yourself. I believe learning hair is important, but it's also learning texture of hair. So it doesn't matter the color of your skin, it's the texture. So I think this is really good for all of us to feel included. Not like we're singling out one race, but it is the texture of hair.
Could you kind of explain some of the hairstyles our models are rocking today?
Yes, so this is what we would call singles, individual braids, more of the smaller side. If you just want something for the weekend, you can braid it on the top, let it be down, curly. And then this is what we call our knotless braids. This is perfect for anyone that is more tender-headed or their scalp is super sensitive. You can braid it the same day, put it up, be versatile with it.
Well, we want to thank all of you lovely ladies for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
And we will have more details on our website, channel3000.com.
Good morning, Savannah. It's Gwen from Jefferson. Plan my sparkly, wintry day today. Have a great one.
Well, thanks, Gwen. I hope you have a great day as well. Definitely stay bundled up like Gwen was there in Jefferson. All across southern Wisconsin, though, we're going to be waking up to very cold temperatures, dangerous cold wind chills, and that's going to continue all day today. We will see wind chills factored in all day. Breezy conditions. We have a northwest wind with gusts that are going to range about 15 to 20 miles per hour, but later this afternoon, they'll pick up a little bit more, so close to 25 miles per hour. Our warmest temperature high later this afternoon, 5 degrees, but you factor in the wind chills early this morning. Awful start to our day. -14 in Madison, -23 in Monroe. There are several places that are waking up between that -20 and -25 degree threshold, and that's going to continue. Alert day conditions now through Wednesday. The coldest hours obviously going to be the morning, early to mid-morning. We'll see little improvement though all across southern Wisconsin. I think during the afternoon we're looking at -15 to -20, but air temperatures, and then when you factor in the wind chills, those could be close to -30 degrees during the morning hours today and tomorrow. It's still going to be cold waking up Wednesday, just not as cold as today and tomorrow. We have a cold weather advisory in effect until 11 in the morning. That includes every single county across southern Wisconsin. This will be in effect again tonight. Another one 9 p.m. until noon tomorrow. And I do think wind chills are going to be even colder out there tomorrow morning. At the lunchtime hour, our temperature about 3 degrees, but our wind chill value about -21 in Madison. Those are going to continue to drop then the later into the overnight hours that we get, but the warmest portion and part of our day, 5 degrees with a wind chill down to -19 still at that point. I think tomorrow morning we're going to wake up to about -25 to -30. We did see all that snow last week. We're still in a snowfall deficit, but at least closer to where we should be now. This is data at the Dane County Regional Airport December, January, and so far February, 16.9 inches now, but our normal to date should still be at 32.9 inches. So we're not near there, but at least a little bit closer. We only had 9 inches prior to last week's snowfall that we did see Wednesday and then again on Friday into Saturday. 8 degrees only Tuesday and Wednesday. We will luckily see temps warm up Thursday and Friday. That's still well below average. When you're getting into Sunday, the second half of this upcoming weekend, temperatures will actually be maybe near freezing level, slightly above it. We're back to where we should be nonetheless. And then 40s, the end of that 10-day forecast looking way better.
Oh, that's 40s is going to feel like a heat wave.
I know, right?
Oh, after this. So
much warmer, yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
You see anybody in shorts out last weekend? Over the weekend?
I did not.
I don't think so.
No, but I stayed inside most of my weekends. So.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So somebody walking around without their shirt on. So somebody shoveling in their shorts. Love to see that.
Come
not in a morning like this.
Too cold.
Hopefully you got all that stuff out of the way over the weekend when temps are a little more manageable. But this morning, stuff like that,
so
don't
it's
even
dangerous.
think about it.
Yeah. So don't hurt yourself.
You don't want to
out
leave
there.
any skin exposed when we have these wind chills.
Definitely.
It's not worth it. Don't hurt yourself. All right. Savannah, thank you. And if you want Savannah to plan your day, she'd love to do so, of course. Just record a video like you saw Gwen do earlier. Share your name and where you live, then send it our way. You can send it via our website, the First Warn Weather app, Facebook Messenger, or email. Then watch around this time every morning to see if you come on the air. Well, in the 608, we're looking ahead to an event this weekend, which is a gourmet gala for good.
Josh Sprider live in Madison with how you can support through Delish. Good morning, Josh. What do they got for you?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we've got a special treat for you, and we're going to hopefully get you involved here later on this weekend. We have Chef Dan Fox from Heritage Tavern, who's going to be helping plate up what we've got cooking up. And, of course, we've got a couple students here, too, Jack and Noah, joining us. They're going to assist him. Well, I want to start with Kevin Ray, though, joining a little bit, or talking a little bit more about what this Delish event is all about, because this is really crucial in these students' futures.
Yeah, Delish event is really about the mission of Edgewood High School to be open to all in Madison. The Dominican Sisters of Cincinnati, who founded us, have asked us not to charge the full cost of tuition and to be open to as many families as possible. So the goal of the evening is to raise as much as we can to help fund financial assistance for families who desire an Edgewood High School education. Last year, we gave away over $1 million in financial assistance, and we're looking to top that this year.
So this is going to be happening Garver Feed Mill on Saturday, and this is really going to be a special evening for everyone.
It's going to be huge for us, yeah. Garver Feed Mill this Saturday night, 7 p.m. You can go to edgewoodhs.org and get your tickets, and we look forward to seeing as many people there as possible.
And it's good to see students getting involved here like Jack and Noah. And I want to talk to Chef Dan Fox a little bit. Dan, what are we whipping up here this morning?
So we have one of our signature dishes that we do at Heritage Tavern. It's pork belly and tuna. So we have some of the pork belly from the pigs that we raise. It's crisped up. We got some help here. We got a pineapple mango compote on the base of the plate, a little tuna sashimi. This is some toasted macadamia nut that we're sprinkling on top. Nice job there. A little bit more. Perfect. And we're gonna finish that off with some pickled green mango. You wanna help me? Excellent.
Team effort today, look at that.
Yes, it is. This is how we're, kind of a little preview of what you're going to see this coming Saturday.
I love that. All right, Jack and Noah, it's your guys' time to shine here. So you guys are part of the culinary club. You're both seniors here. You know, what's it like to be part of an event like this? Because you guys will actually be there on Saturday.
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's kind of a testament to the work we've put in starting this club. We enjoy giving back to the community, and we think that this event will not only give us some time to shine, but it'll bring awareness to the students and hopefully grow the club in the future. So,
what is this culinary club all about?
Well, it's like Jack said, just giving back to the community, and it's a way for students to kind of show each other like what they can do and enjoy cooking. So,
what are you guys going to be making on Saturday?
We're going to be making some pork buns with a sweet topper on them.
And you guys have to cook up, I mean, a lot for as many people are going to be there, right?
Yeah, it'll be 3 batches, so a lot more than we've ever done, but I think we can manage.
I have faith in you guys. I have faith in you guys. All right, Kevin, so people can get their tickets now online.
Absolutely, yeah. Go to edgewoodhs.org and get tickets for yourself and your family and bring 100 of your friends. And this really is the definition of Delish, what we have right in front of us right here with our students and this Dan's amazing dish right here.
And we've got some forks, so everyone grab a fork. I think we're going to dig in here on live TV. Grab that fork. Let's do it. There's a fork for everyone, because this looks like it's going to be a great breakfast here, too.
Yeah, pork belly, really similar to bacon there. Perfect.
Boy, that looks
nice
great.
Little I'm going to cut a little piece
Yeah, you
off
might need to cut it. What do you think, guys, back in the studio? This looks pretty darn good, and you guys can be part of it right now.
Jealous. How can you do that to us, Josh?
Is there any to-go boxes around? Have you got some to-go boxes?
You're into that.
Bring them back.
Get in there, boys.
Some of the tuna.
Oh, that's so good.
The
I bet it
pineapple,
is.
the
That's
mango.
so good.
Some of the sauce
I bet it's
there.
great.
Just bragging in our face right now.
I know.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Rub it in, Josh.
You know,
rub it in.
This is our breakfast and lunchtime right now.
You guys know what I like to do.
I know.
Yes.
Hey, tell everybody there hi for us. Thanks for highlighting the event.
I'll do that.
A good cause.
Maybe not quite a
hopefully we can get some more people out there for it.
but pretty
All
close.
right. Well, coming up in the morning sprint, the latest in negotiations between Paramount and YouTube.
We're back right after this. 6:55, time for the morning sprint.
Madison is under another snow emergency. That means alternate side parking is once again in effect. Right now, your car should be parked on the side with odd-numbered buildings until 7 a.m. You could be fined or towed if not. The snow emergency continues into tomorrow morning at 7. That means tonight you should park on the even side. You can also park overnight for free in city garages.
Paramount stations will remain on YouTube TV for now. The two sides reached a deal over the weekend. Just days ago, an agreement appeared to be in limbo after contract talks deteriorated because of costs. In a statement, YouTube TV said, though, that it was happy the deal was reached to carry the channels. They include WISC-TV.
We do have alert day conditions in place now through Wednesday. Very cold start to our day. In fact, our high only going to be about 5 degrees this afternoon. When you factor in the wind chills, which we will see factored in all day long, some of us right now waking up to what feels like -20 to as low as -25.
That's not a very pleasant wake-up call.
No, not at all. We'll see that all again tomorrow.
All right, so just hang in there and stay safe.
Well, the news and weather update in 30 minutes.